What is going on? You are listening to Tags Podcast, aka Talk About Gay Sex Podcast. This is episode 734. I am your host, Steve V, in studio, sitting across from Italians Do It Better, Lincoln. How you doing?
It's so good to see you guys. How are you?
Really good. What an iconic shirt.
It is.
Papa
you know,
Don't
it's a tour
Preach.
t-shirt.
Yes.
Yes, it's from the Celebration Tour.
Oh, well, it's true, by the way.
Says it
I
on
know
the
from...
Oh,
Italian, well, Puerto
but it's
Rican-
also from the Papa Don't Preach.
Which is why she made it a...
Yeah, exactly.
For the Celebration Tour to celebrate all of her.
Love it.
Yay.
Speak into the mic. And also joining us, of course, sitting across from Cody Maurice Doggett. How you doing with that thick hat on?
Hello, darling. Italians do it good. Puerto Ricans probably do it better. I mean, the Super Bowl was last night.
We are going to get into it. We are going to get into it. Should we just talk about Super Bowl first?
Sure.
And then-
Yeah,
Let's
let's
talk
go.
about Super Bowl because it's hot topic, and
Yeah.
then we'll get into our sex talk, and then we'll go back into hot topics, and it'll be a lot of fun.
Cool.
Pull up whatever your beverages of choice because here we go. The Bad Bunny concert last night, you guys. I mean, Super Bowl. Like we saw it together.
Yeah, we were.
Oh, nice. You guys were together?
I
Where
was-
were
we
you?
we were here.
Oh, you
sitting
were
on
here.
that couch over there.
Yeah.
And did you only watch the Bad Bunny thing, or did you watch
We watched
Green
the
Day
whole game.
before?
Oh, I didn't get to see
Oh,
that.
we didn't
Oh,
get to
you didn't see
that.
Green Day? They were great.
I heard they were great.
They were really great.
I love Green Day,
Yeah,
too.
very small
Yeah.
stage on the side, and they did it right after the football players from the past came out. You know, like Joe
yeah.
Namath and all of them.
Right.
And then at the end of their set, all of those guys stood on the stage with them. So it was a nice, and it wasn't political. I read in the news that they took out some line about the government that could have been controversial. They just didn't say it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
for what it's worth, that was the Green Day. I didn't watch the anthem, though.
We did, and it was good.
Brandy
did?
Carlisle?
Brandy
Yeah.
Carlisle.
It was great.
I love her.
Yeah,
She's beautiful. Her voice was beautiful.
Yeah,
so-
lesbians representing.
Ayo, come
and we
through,
love
Brandy.
that. Her voice was great, but the game this year, and I was telling you when we were watching it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not Mr. Football at all. Surprise, surprise. However, last year I was really into the game. Remember, it was exciting.
It was.
I felt like the game this year wasn't you because you used to be in band camp, or is it band? I don't know. We're trying to break it down, and you said there's a touchback. I was like, what's a touchback?
Yeah, it's when... You want me to go into it?
No,
I don't
I
want
don't.
to go into
but
it.
more
but yeah.
importantly, your thoughts on the game,
I know
and then we'll get into the real moment of the.
Yeah, from my limited knowledge of football, because I did try for football, but I was like, this is not for me. So, yeah, it was a pretty boring game, especially in the beginning. There were some exciting moments closer to the end. That interception was amazing, and I found myself kind of getting drawn in closer to the end. But yeah, it was fun. I'm glad the Seahawks won, and I'm more excited to talk about Benito Bowl.
Okay, Benito Bowl. What did you think, Lincoln?
Well, I thought the game was really good.
Yeah.
It was boring at the beginning. I don't watch football that often, but there are so many gays and so many sports bars out there that the stereotype of gay guys not being into football is like thrown out the window. You know what I mean? And so if there is a game on, I like to be like, oh, I know what that play is.
Right.
You know, and yesterday was just boring.
Yeah.
I also really like looking at all the football players' asses.
That's
Yeah.
the best
That's
part.
the best part, right? They did try to have me play football. They really, with my size,
Yeah, right.
especially in high school, I was huge. And I had broken a bone before and had a cyst in a bone. So I was really scared of it. But I also am not that person. However, if we are ever anywhere, nightclub especially, and we need to leave, just get behind me.
Oh my God!
Because let me tell you, I've gotten out of clubs in like 3 seconds and people are like, you took everyone down. And I was
Security,
like, it was time. You know what I mean?
Oh
So,
wow!
We got an exit strategy.
So yeah, what did you guys think of the halftime show?
Loved it. I mean, he was extraordinary. I think he celebrated his culture. I think he celebrated being alive, dancing. I just loved how he recreated Puerto Rico on the stadium. I thought that was amazing with the what is it? The rice?
Sugarcane.
Sugarcane, thank you.
Your
Thought that-
friends were sugarcane.
They, right, yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I love that.
I thought that was really beautiful, and I thought it was a celebration. I thought he just empowered everybody. It was fun. It was electric. I loved Lady Gaga, of course. I thought she was brilliant. And
was that a surprise to you both? Lady
it was,
Gaga?
but we had watched I had watched the Grammys the week before, and there's a moment in the Grammys where she goes up to him and surprises him because she was at a table behind Bad Bunny. And, you know, I'm kind of one of those people, too, that you can easily shock me if you just, like, if I don't see it, I'm like, oh, because I'm always like, and he did that moment. Little did we know, was she, like, whispering to him, see you next week, or something fun like that. So I thought that was I thought, come on, Latina, Lady Gaga.
I actually saw an interview that he did before the Super Bowl where someone asked him, what did Lady Gaga whisper in your ear? And he said, she said, I love you.
Okay.
Aww.
So who knows if she did or not now?
Well, with the message of,
I love it.
of love wins, which was his overall message, I thought she
Together
carried that
we're
message.
America.
She probably did say that. And lastly, come on, Ricky Martin.
Hello.
I mean, what a bonus. What a surprise. What a boner. Yeah, hotness upon hotness. And I loved it.
That's great.
Yeah, really loved it.
What
It's
about
still,
you?
one of the best ever.
I loved it. I loved the whole vibe of it. I do not speak Spanish. Subtitles were not available. They did that on purpose. And I loved the vibe of it. It was so positive and so happy. It reminded me, I was engaged to someone who was Puerto Rican for 5 years, and we went to Ponce 3 times, and San Juan twice. And it reminded me, there was a lot of drama in that relationship, but it reminded me of all of the good stuff.
Yeah.
Aww.
Like all of the good stuff. And then to dive deep after it and realize that it was a real wedding.
Yeah.
That they actually are married. The little kid was not the kid who was detained. Did you hear about this?
Oh.
There was a thing going online. I actually reposted it that it looked like the little kid that was taken by ICE, that they had that kid play the role. It's now been said it's just an actor, but still the similarity of that kid and handing him the Grammy. I was crying. The symbolism of the light poles and all the light outages
Which
in Puerto Rico.
in Puerto Rico.
All the time,
all
right?
The time.
Like, I love that Pedro Pascal was there.
Come on.
Cardi
I
B.
saw him.
Diego saw.
I was like, was that Pedro?
Yeah.
I saw him immediately.
Well,
I didn't see
you know,
Cardi.
we're all every gay man's on high Pedro Pascal alert.
I definitely saw him. I was like, Daddy.
I mean, we just said, oh, Pedro.
Yeah, it was great. Ricky Martin was great, and the fact that it was like an LGBTQ icon like Lady Gaga, and then to also have a gay man in his 50s.
Yeah. Other generation.
50s, and kind of a baton down to him, because we get that same Live in a Vigla good feeling about America again. It's gorgeous. I didn't like that band on Ricky Martin's outfit. That's the only thing of the entire thing.
Well, that's all.
I didn't understand why. Was that supposed to be tucked in?
I don't know.
I don't know. It was just bothered me. And why have that bother me?
Yeah.
Oh, and I loved his outfits. Bad Bunny's
Bunny,
outfits that were designed by, do we know?
Who?
Zara.
Oh, right, because it's a Spanish brand.
Isn't that great?
From Spain, Barcelona. Yes. What did you think?
I loved it.
I think there were so many like queer and black and brown references in there, and just unity all around. So I just am so happy with it. Those two men dancing in the car, that was fantastic. And what else did I really love? I loved all the symbolism, because like you mentioned a couple things, but there's so many more, and I really encourage people to go out there and look and see what he was actually trying to say with all of his references in there. But the one that kind of struck me is, did you know they changed the Puerto Rican flag from a light blue to a darker blue so it would match America? And that the lighter blue,
that's good.
was for revolution, and that's why he had it so many times. And Lady Gaga's dress was light blue to symbolize the revolution.
I love that.
It was so good. So I think he was saying so much. He's such an artist, and I really just enjoyed the whole thing. And I'm learning Spanish for this now, because
I love that. I love that it was such a vibe that you didn't need to understand the words.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
and I
sure.
also love, like I said before, I love culture when it's not bashed in my face. Or is perceived as like bashed in my face. And there have been some other Super Bowl performances that I didn't feel that were so love heavy as this one.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Culturally rich, yet celebrating. If you weren't even from that culture, you would just appreciate it. He took us to Puerto Rico. I mean, from going to getting the candies and the little men, all of that stuff was just.
Did you hear that she actually was the woman who worked at his local bodega in Puerto Rico?
No.
Does he go on? That's what I heard.
I thought that she owned one of the, because I did watch the deep dive thing. She owns like a social club, the last Puerto Rican social club here in New York City.
Oh, I didn't hear that
What
one.
is it? The producer Diego?
It's in Brooklyn.
Okay. It's in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, it's in Williamsburg. That's right. Which is still
Which is
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
But I feel like it's like kind of not Brooklyn because it's so gentrified, and I think that was probably the reason why they had her in there.
That's
because
cool.
she's
I
fighting
loved it.
gentrification.
I
And
loved
for all the people that
everything about
said it was going to be political, I mean, it was political in many ways. Just if you could take anything political, I think, just celebrating all those cultures at the end, listing all of those, including Canada, was brilliant.
Right.
I think to just show pride that we're all here. And Diego speaks Spanish. And what did they say? What did he say at the end? We're here. We're not going anywhere. You can't bring us down, essentially, which I thought was really a beautiful. We're still here, and throwing that football like that reminded me a little bit of. I wonder if he consulted Lady Gaga, because remember when she grabs the football at the tail end of her Super Bowl?
Yeah.
When he did that football moment, I thought that was really cool, and then them marching at us gave me like goosebumps.
Yeah.
Because the only other time I got goosebumps when people have been marching at me was Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Okay.
And this is going to sound
That's high praise.
Dirty Dancing when they come at you.
So
I know.
good.
Well, those are those
It's so
moments
good, though.
when you march at me like that with a message, I'm like, this is going to be my third moment in history where I'm like,
Really?
oh, yeah.
Goosebumps.
I'm surprised you didn't mention Beyonce because she did that at the Super Bowl.
Did
too.
she?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
let's talk
not
about
my favorite, but yeah.
For me, Beyonce is top 5. Now this one is right up there with her. So
Number one.
No, I mean it might be
What's
tied for
number
number
one?
one. Beyonce is probably number 1 because that's my queen. But he's very close. I
Is
think
it
he's
because
probably
she's
number
your
2.
queen or because it was the best halftime?
Probably a mixture of both. Like there.
Well, I was
Beyonce
gonna,
doesn't make
Madonna
my
would
top
go up
5
high
for
for
No?
me.
Super Bowl.
Really?
Madonna would
No.
go high for me, but you and I are like huge Madonna
Yeah, to me,
fans.
Prince, Michael Jackson,
Oh.
Diana Ross, Madonna, and now Bad Bunny, because they ended with this message of unifying the world, of unifying our universe.
Yeah.
And nobody else, Beyonce didn't do that. She didn't unify. There was not a world peace symbol at the end, and I really love that in my Super Bowl performance.
I felt like Lady
but
Gaga
Madonna's
did
still
that
number 1.
too.
Yeah, but for me now, I should watch Lady Gaga again.
Yeah.
Because to me, this bolted up to Diana Ross, Prince. Do you remember when Prince did
I
that?
don't
halftime show?
remember.
Oh my
I need
God!
to go
Please
watch.
watch Prince doing that. Halftime.
We need to-
Phil Collins was really cool.
I love Phil Collins, by
The
the way.
Black Eyed Peas were a little sad. Katy Perry was way too much.
Just to
I
get
do
a little
not like
political,
Katy
we
Perry.
should move on
Oh,
a
okay.
little bit. But
Sorry.
one thought, somebody pointed out all the people that were up in arms leading up to this, that why there was a whole special on CNN, and there's this woman, and she goes, it's an American sport. Why are we having this? And it's
3 points.
the funny thing on that was he is American, but I was watching Our View, and Sonny pointed out that why didn't we have a problem when Phil Collins,
Right.
when
Coldplay.
when U2,
Rolling
who are Rolling Stones were not American? Nobody seemed to have a
Yeah.
problem then, but all of a sudden, it's just, and yet. It's not even. He is actually.
He is actually American.
So it's the whole. When you just break, I love logic. When you I love breaking things down to logic sometimes. And how can you? It's logic. It's ridiculous.
Well,
but,
it's a sign of how broken we are.
Yeah.
That's what it really
Wow.
is. And I had 2 other points that I just wanted to say really, really quickly. One was Peter noticed this, and I wonder if it's true. He's like, there were no blondes until Gaga. So I want to go back and watch that because I thought that was when you said brown people were. That's how
Highlighted.
you started,
Yeah.
and I was like, that's right. Peter said that there were no blondes, and 2, I thought it was extremely political. The entire performance of his was political, and it's a very sad day when a message of complete love and unity is political.
Well, if
it's what
telling
we
it-
live in right now.
Well,
it's like
if
you
telling your
can't-
story, which I think that's how it all begins, where he comes from, the people he would see on the streets and all that, talking about the culture in Puerto Rico and going on. If that's political, telling your story, anything could be made political, I guess, because...
But again, the message was America is together.
Yeah.
We're stronger together, which was Hillary's
Yeah.
campaign, right? And the only thing stronger than hate is love.
And that message, yeah.
Those two things, saying that out loud
Yeah.
today in this climate is
Yeah.
extremely, extremely political. It's not low totem pole, as Michelle Obama says, bottom of the barrel, low, fuck you political, which
Yeah.
is what we're used to.
Right.
It's elevated political.
Yeah.
And some people will then think that's privileged or, and
Yeah.
can't deal with it. So it's just a sad day. But it was a very
Yeah.
political show and extremely well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well done.
Bravo.
Bravo.
Oh, my gosh.
So snaps
yes.
to Bad Bunny. Benito.
Absolutely. Yes. All right, well, let's get into, there is a new movie out that I really want to see, actually called Pillion, that Andrew Skarsgård stars in, and it is about a leather relationship that happens where he's the dom and this other person is the sub, and it's labeled a little bit as a rom-com in many ways, although that's what they label it, but
Yeah.
people, I've read some Reddits, again, I want to see it, that it's really good, and
Yeah.
it goes deep into the culture, and that's what I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about this new movie, because we're bringing back that leather daddy archetype. And in fact, Queerty just did a whole story on leather daddies are having a moment thanks to Pillion, and they never really left. And in this article, they do a really good deep dive into leather history, talking about how in the 70s it was really big in places like San Francisco and Folsom, how it was later that women got into the mix and became leather people as well, how it was viewed at the time, how it dated back. Of course, you can look at things like Tom of Finland and in the 40s and 50s, and it was all based on war. And then they talk about why was leather actually the choice, is because it was worn as uniforms, and we know all this, and we've had a lot of depictions in film, as this article talks about, of bad. Remember Al Pacino in Cruising, which depicted the iconic movie that was filmed at the Eagle, that really gave he was a psychotic murderer, a serial killer that was running around New York killing people. And that was the depiction that we got of that. So this one, I think, although we haven't seen it, so we should say that, I do think it's nice to revisit the leather community and why so many of us have gravitated to it, including that dom subculture that often gets scrutinized for being deviant and odd, but within those constraints can be actually a really positive experience for a lot of people. And so with that, what would be your take on wanting to watch this movie, but your time when you really were immersed in the leather community?
Peter and I watched the preview for this 2 months ago, it feels like.
Yeah, it feels like it's been
Did
talking about it
Did you
for
see the preview?
late
It was-
last-
yeah,
last fall.
And the
They were
preview is
talking-
really good. And we were like, how do we buy it? How do we get it? What
It's
do
in
we
theaters
do?
now.
And then we kept trying over the holidays to find a way to find it. And it's like, oh, it's not released until February or whatever.
In time for Valentine's Day.
I can.
Yeah, I might go with
love it.
Diego.
And I
Yeah.
think it's actually really nice that it's coming off the heated rivalry fabulousness,
Yeah.
and that the main star Skarsgård,
Yeah,
what's his first-
Alexander.
Alexander,
Yeah.
and
I
his
love it,
father
yeah,
just won the
Alexander.
Golden Globe for another movie that he's in.
Oh,
His father?
Yeah, his father.
Oh, wow.
He's a,
Alexander's
actor.
hot
Yeah, yeah.
too.
Yeah.
yeah. And there's another brother that's an actor too,
There's
I believe
two
too.
brothers.
Come on,
I think.
Skarsgård.
Yeah, really, really cool. So I can't wait to see it. I love those times. I still love. I'm making an entire 4 drawers of all my leather in my closet so that I can have it out and see when to wear it and when not to. I love it. I still love it. I will always love that.
Yeah.
World.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because I've mentioned that we've been organizing this apartment with Diego, and one big thing was going through the leather, which I could open a boutique, and it was dumped into this drawer and other parts and not organized at all. And now, thanks to Diego, it's laid out. I have a bin that I'm giving away. You pulled a couple pieces,
things.
Cody.
I'm gonna look.
I'm excited.
I kind of understood that earlier, but now that I know what I'm looking at,
Look at the bin. Maybe we'll do a giveaway too.
Oh,
which
that would
kind
be
of
cool.
fun on the
Yeah.
show. Tell us maybe what would be a fun thing if you tell us your sexiest BDSM story or fantasy, perhaps,
that we could
your
read
favorite.
on the show.
or your
Just your
favorite,
favorite.
or your favorite.
Your
Yeah.
favorite.
And we'll give away some pieces.
Cool.
That could be a lot of
that's
fun.
fun.
Yeah, why not, right?
Yeah.
So I've been going through it, and then Diego and I were on my laptop, and somehow photos opened up, and he went down a deep dive of all my all photos, but a lot of them were, he was realizing, wow, you really were immersed in the BDSM culture, running for Mr. New York Eagle, and it really was something that I fell into at a time. I remember in the 90s as a go-go dancer, we would wear leather pieces, but they didn't mean anything to me. It was like costume.
Yeah.
And when my friend took me to the New York Eagle the first time when I moved here, it was when I really was like, oh, there's something different going on here. I want to like dive in a little bit deeper. What's really going on with this culture? And that's when we met people like Master Joshua and Christoph of the New York Eagle. And I learned about what it means to be a dom, a sub, a leatherman, and the hanky code and all of that stuff. And I had such pride, and I still have pride for it. But it's, I'm not as immersed, although we were at the New York Eagle last night, but it's still there. And I'm glad that there's a movie out there now that is looking at this. And I don't know if it'll make mainstream cultures. I think Alexander's a star and will pull in people, and maybe it will start to change the idea for other people when they look at this culture. But what do you say to it?
Yeah, I love it. I think that I'm really surprised that it's a romantic comedy.
Well,
that just really
yeah.
strikes me as an.
It is. It's very
Okay.
lighthearted.
But I haven't seen any previews. I haven't seen
Yeah.
anything about it. All I know is I want to see it. He's a fantastic actor, so I know, and I feel like he does this, or anything that he comes into as far as his work is concerned, with reverence, and I feel like he's going to do it justice. So I can't wait to see it. It's funny that you mentioned the New York Eagle, Mr. New York Eagle, because honestly, I had like a stray thought of actually running this year.
Oh my gosh.
Do it.
Yeah?
Do it. It's
I
October.
can help
when
coach
it
you.
happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get this
Because
started.
that's one of the
That's
funny
fun.
things that I learned about too. I could be one of, you could have others, but I was told early on, who's going to be your mentor, I think is what they call it in that. And they can help you with all kinds of things about finding a mission that, because it is a little bit, I will say, pageanty, if you will.
It's perfect
In
for
New
me.
York, it definitely
In
is.
that, in a lot of them too, because you do have to run for something.
I
And
could be a
what are
beauty
you going to
queen?
do with not the crown, but your title for the next year? And that's something
What
that
are you
which
running on?
but that's fine. I mean,
Yeah, totally.
You
It's
are.
easy. You
have to
a
give it
lot
some
of
thought.
passionate
You have,
things.
and you're a singer, and all this kind of stuff.
Cool,
So
let's do it. If anybody else wants to mentor me out there, just hit me up. Hit your boy up.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
how exciting!
That's fun. Cool.
Yeah,
It's very fun.
Yeah,
But,
it's fun.
back to the movie. There was
Yeah.
that movie, The Secretary.
Oh yeah.
This feels much like that.
Really? Okay.
To me, like maybe this is a
Oh.
little bit more lighthearted
With
and
Amanda
funny.
Seyfried.
Yeah.
Who I
Remember?
Who's the man?
Huh?
I don't remember who the man.
Okay.
The Secretary. Was it? It wasn't Amanda Seyfried.
I-
It was.
I have the
Anyway,
wrong one.
Yeah.
there's a movie called The Secretary that this reminds me of.
Yeah.
In the brand of humor. So I think it's going to be great. Everyone should go see it. And I do think it's going to gain a lot of steam now because there's no heated rivalry for like a year and a half. And I'm telling you, there are women and gay men that are watching that series over and over, and to have a 2-hour romp with Alexander and leather is going to be great. So I hope it's really well written, which I think it is.
Yeah. Ooh, and did you guys see that movie Baby? I think it was called Baby with Nicole Kidman. And she takes on a young lover.
I did not.
Oh my God.
Was it just Baby?
Maybe it wasn't, but
No, it was something Baby. Or
yeah.
maybe it was just Baby.
It was wild.
Blue Baby? No.
Let me Google.
Google it
Nicole
really
Kidman,
quick,
Baby.
and it was
That looked like another one of those.
Yeah,
Well,
and
it's
in
like
this
her,
case, she's a very prominent businesswoman running a company who takes on a lover,
Baby girl.
Baby Girl.
and the person she takes on is this younger hot man who dominates her, and it really was hot and
that's fun.
Yeah, fun to watch. But this will be good to give a glimpse into our community, I think. And like you say, on the heels of Heated Rivalry.
I think that's going to be great.
Yeah. In
I
theaters
can't wait. I
now,
want to
people.
watch Heated Rivalry again.
Oh,
I think
me
it's
too.
time to
Oh,
watch
yeah.
it again from.
Nobody does selling better than Shopify. Shopify is the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret, with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts go abandoned and way more sales going through. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. On the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout that Skims uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period for 3 months at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
The secret is out. With millions of younger-looking customers across the country, Plexiderm is one of the most highly sought-after products on the market. It visibly shrinks under-eye bags and smooths out crow's feet in minutes, and the effects last up to 10 hours. Influencers love it, magazines feature it, and people just can't get enough of it. As a matter of fact, Elle Magazine gave it an Editor's Choice Award as Best Instant Wrinkle Filler for 2025. In as little as 10 minutes, Plexiderm reduces the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and those dreaded under-eye bags. So yes, you can look years younger in minutes, and the effects last for hours. No surgery, no gimmicks, just results. The best news, you can try Plexiderm for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Don't wait. Order Plexiderm today. Visit plexiderm.com/special. That's plexiderm.com/special. Paid for by Sheer Science.
The start.
Exactly. Okay.
Quick pause, because conversations like this don't just live in movies or leather bars, they live in us. At Connect and Confidence, my new app, we're about helping you feel more at home in who you are, your desires, your boundaries, your confidence. Whether you're exploring new parts of yourself, unpacking old narratives, or just wanting deeper connection, including dating, with others and with yourself, this is a space to do that without shame. Real conversations, grounded confidence. Check out Connect and Confidence and get 20% off now through February 17th. Go to studio.com/Steve V/connect. That's studio.com/Steve V/connect.
Let's talk Olympics. It's Winter Olympics. It's the other topic that's happening. There's controversy. You, Lincoln, actually saw the opening ceremony.
Well, I saw some of it. Unfortunately, I was on a tear watching other things, and we started it, and it was too late, so we couldn't keep going. But I love the opening ceremonies.
They're always so good.
They're always so dramatic. And
Andre
in this
Bocelli.
particular Olympics, I loved the opening with all the art and things that they do this whole choreography around an art museum that's gorgeous, and then they turn it into an orchestra with dancing notes. And it's funny because when I saw that they had 3 or 4 bottles of paint that are up in the air, and they tilt forward and pour the color onto the stage, and then all the color of music kind of swirls in the opening.
All right, we're watching it.
And it felt like, and then something else started, and we had to stop. So I need to go there. I know Mariah Carey is amazing on it.
Mama Mariah?
Yeah, is on the opening.
However,
However,
I haven't seen it yet, so I have no editorial about that. But what I did see on Instagram was them lifting up her outfit, which was astonishing, and it took like 7 people to get her off the stage because it was such a
She
big,
always needs,
dramatic. I loved it.
Like a crew of people to just sip of water.
So she can walk
Drink of
across
water.
the street.
Montclair designed the outfits for Brazil, and they are mind-blowing. So anyway, when I saw the poured colors
very
of paint,
gay.
yeah, it felt very gay. It felt very good. There's also something about an Italian song that didn't make it that they parody on. I want to watch that. But when I saw the opening, I'm an old-time Benetton baby. I worked for Benetton in the 80s. It's a company I love very, very much.
There's apparently a Benetton fold that I want to. Can we do a little?
Yes, a Benetton fold.
Can we
I love
do
a
a little
Benetton fold.
TikTok on that?
Sure. We could do that. I love a Benetton fold. I was telling Steve before the show that I folded my closet in the Benetton fold. It's so good. Anyway, so I asked ChatGPT if Benetton, because they did the Olympic outfits, I think, in the 80s. So I asked, are they at all associated with this Olympics? And ChatGPT said, nope, there's no clothing's done by Benetton. But if everyone watches at the very opening of the Olympics, they show an Italian street, and the first store on the right is the United Colors of Benetton with all these Valentine's Day hearts in the window. So it made my heart very warm because the Olympics should bring you back to childhood and athletics and
your mind
and all
off
of
of
it.
what's
It
going
was
on.
perfect. Yeah, I really loved it.
Okay.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Benetton.
I love that. Thanks for that review, and
Yeah,
you made me
sure.
want to
It's
watch it.
just a little like everyone because I didn't even finish it.
So Gus Kenworthy, who is in the current Winter Olympics, gay. He's always in our gay press, and we love him.
Yeah.
Hot and all that good stuff. Decided to show his ability to protest what's going on in the world, at least in America. We were talking offline earlier that he is dual citizenship.
Correct.
And last Olympics,
I like
Winter
binational.
Olympics,
Binational.
Last Olympics, he competed for America. Currently, he's competing for the UK because he has both.
He goes both ways.
And he was raised in America, correct?
And raised in
Is
America.
that what you said? Yeah.
Yeah. He's very, I love that. Cosmopolitan. And he's very Kim Cattrall and like what's going on there. But I love it. What I love about what he did recently is he used his platform and peed in the snow, and he like put fuck eyes and then peed in it.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's sending the gays over.
You'll put it up on the...
I will put it on our Patreon. Yeah.
Cool.
Patreon.com/tags podcast. And he's gotten a lot of flack for it. People are coming for him, like switching teams. And how can you talk about America? Well, he's dual citizenship, so he can. And a lot of, like himself, athletes are talking about what is going on in America. And it's not the greatest time to represent America because of what's going on. Majorly talking about ICE. And so he defended himself, his choice, and what he's seen in America. And he said, you can still love America and not this year, but compete for America, but not like everything that's going on at a particular time. And I really like that. He also encouraged people, because we talk a lot about, celebrities and their platform and what does that really do. He put together an actual letter that you could send to your senator, because everybody says write to your senator.
Great. Yeah.
And I've always wondered, well, how do you do that? You mentioned ChatGPT, of course. Now I wouldn't do that.
So if you go to ChatGPT and say your name and where you live, you can get your senator's phone number and email, and you can throw this email format to them.
And
with
he
your
may have
signature.
used ChatGPT
And
to
you can
come up with the
call.
prototype. And you can call,
It's a thing where you leave a voice message, and they actually do listen to it. The government does still work, and they will record all of them and give it to the senator that you're calling. So there's a way to act up without being in people's faces and without going broke.
And
if you
sometimes it
donate
takes
money.
a little nudge, though, from a celebrity.
reminder. I like a reminder. Yeah.
And what do you say to celebrities like Gus and other Olympians using their platform, but also getting hate and death threats?
Yeah, I think the most American value is freedom of speech and being able to criticize your government. That's literally the basis in the formation of America, the United States. Because you know what? We're all America. All the Latin America, North America, South America is all America. So for the United States.
Come on, Bad Bunny.
I think that was one of the core tenets that this country was built on. So I love that they're criticizing the government. I love that they're showing their freedom of speech and saying fuck ICE. I say fuck ICE too, even though, so I think it's great. Good for you, Gus Kenworthy.
Yeah, I was having this conversation earlier today, and the person I was talking to said that no celebrity, no one with a platform should get political if they're not in politics.
I like it.
And I say agree or disagree.
I disagree.
Fine. You can, I personally think if you have a platform, you should use your platform the best way you know how. And if you don't want to speak that loudly, support the people that use their platform for the things you believe in.
That's right.
Yeah, getting mad at people for you. It is, read the Constitution again. We have the right, all of us do.
Yeah.
And some of us have larger platforms than others. And why not use it? So stop getting mad at them. I think him drafting that message, here's like almost copy and paste, but you could use ChatGPT, is really that nudge that a lot of us need.
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
I'm going to do it too.
Me too.
Because I've always heard that but never did it, and this might be the year that I do that. Come on, 2026. I wanted to get, you have to run
I do,
LinkedIn,
but we're good.
but
Keep going.
I want to get your opinion on this one because, can I say this?
Yeah.
As a fitness instructor, I've taken your classes, so has Cody.
Love taking your
And
classes.
today, actually, Diego said, I didn't know he teaches. I'm like, yes.
Yes.
And he's like, oh, I
I
want to
teach
take
tomorrow
one.
at 12
He goes,
p.m.
I want to take one of his classes. I'm like, okay, well, get ready for it.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Well, a leaked Barry's boot camp, y'all, memo that said has gone viral because ICE and a whole lot of outrage in a sign of our times. ICE raids a portion of a memo that Barry sent to instructions last year about how to handle ICE is being shared across Reddit and social media. And the snippet lists 7 instructions, including remaining calm, stopping the class, and staying at the podium. Quote, do not take responsibility for anybody other than yourself, it directs. And the document goes on to say the studio leader will handle communication with ICE and clients.
Keep it with berries.
A DC resident shared the leaked section on Facebook, adding his own commentary. It seems that Barry's guidance is if the Gestapo comes into the building, do nothing as they rip away one of your members that you've known years. Point at them if you have to. This is most reckless bitch-made statement I've ever heard from a gym. And I go to Vita Fitness. If you have a Barry's membership, I implore you to do your due diligence and speak out against this through social media. Well, in a deeper dive, Barry came out and said that really what was going on was that if it went to that level, and remember I said it was just a portion of the whole statement that they got, these instructors did not sign up to handle political movements, but we are in those times. It's kind of war here, you guys, in America in many ways. And what they were really saying, and what lawyers have said, is that you do not have a right to go past like a front desk area, a lobby, but as we are seeing stories of ICE, they're not managing that and actually going. So I think what we got was that version. If it does go to that, then you need to,
right? And
it's gone viral. So I can see where the controversy is pointing fingers at Barry's Boot Camp. Barry's Boot Camp started in LA in the 90s, and when I lived there, and it was a huge thing, and he's gone global, and it's major. And I don't think Barry's Boot Camp is telling their instructors to turn in people from ICE.
Oh, no.
They say it's a safe space. I can see how if you just took that one version, you could actually make it look like, wow, they don't have my back at all. But what do you say? Because you are a fitness instructor.
Yeah, first of all, thank you for reading it, because the fitness bitchy of the person who posted it is really what should be under attack here. Mind your business. You don't go to Barry's. You don't work for Barry's. You're just some...
Yeah, he said what Jimmy went to.
As I like to say a lot, eat a cookie.
Yeah.
You need a cookie, not a class, because that's just gross. I hate that fitness
And Lincoln
energy.
has cookies, y'all.
It's very 80s, and it's very like me above everyone else. I hate that energy in the fitness industry. And if you're part of it, just change it because it's unnecessary. What I will say as a fitness instructor, and it's state by state, but in New York City, which I really always appreciate this because I'm also an owner of a bakery. With where I work at Crunch, you have to do the mandatory sexual harassment videos. And as part of those now are what if there's an active shooter? And it really broke down with me what to do with my classes and how to protect myself and the people taking my class and to know where the exits are in the room. So to me, now that we are living in this day and age, I know that professional corporations like Barry's Bootcamp and Equinox and Crunch and people that have been in fitness forever, like any other business that has a group of people in it, an amusement park, a theater, this is the law now that we have to figure out. So what I think happened with this particular situation, it was probably at Barry's Bootcamp that ICE is very active in the area and they're trying to figure out what to do. And the way we figure out what to do. Right, exactly. It's just like fucking COVID. You do what you can in the moment and you fuck up and you keep moving on and we do the best we can.
And we'll learn from it, hopefully.
I think that the person who posted this should trip on a step with her world because I can't stand with that.
Because I think Barry's does come from a good place.
Because people are trying to do their best and calling out, it's just like us and them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why are we doing that?
I think that Barry's was definitely trying to protect the most people. They want to protect everybody at the end of the day. I feel like this statement was meant to, make sure that
cover all bases.
Yeah, because people are actually getting shot by ICE. So they really want to protect everybody that's working there. Me personally, I work in a bar. There's people there. We had a whole meeting about what to do if ICE came.
So, okay.
So it was all
this
of the
is
protocols,
real.
all of it is very real.
Wow. Okay.
All of the protocols that were broken down for me were in order to protect everybody that was there. And they told me specifically, well, not me specifically, they didn't call me out, but they told all of the people that were in the front of the house that you should not confront ICE if they come into the building. Whether I listen or not is up to me, but I think that what at the end of the day Barry's was trying to do was make sure that nobody gets hurt.
Yeah, and stop taking little social media, stop with the news and making your own conspiracy theories without, like, you could redact anything and put anything here and it can sound. I edit, so I edit you all, guys.
Wait a minute. Thank you. That's not fair. What I was going to say was the person who posted this probably doesn't have a job. So that person would know that jobs are really doing the best for the public and the people who spend money at their gym. Like, no one wants, when people at gyms have heart attacks on the treadmill.
Yeah.
Like, there are policies for all of this. People, it's cardiovascular exercise. It happens. So we're protecting each other. Leave Barry alone.
We had to say goodbye to our co-host, Lincoln. He'll be back, of course. But Cody, we've got to get into a couple more topics. And one of them, staying on the Winter Olympics, is Penisgate 2026. And I couldn't help but think of
What gate?
Summer Olympics last time when the pole vaulter from Friends.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that viral moment where that dick was just delicious? And I mean,
it was a moment for me.
The Olympics are like, come on now.
It was a boner moment for me.
Now it's called Penisgate when every centimeter suddenly matters.
Ooh.
And Penisgate has officially entered Olympic chat, and it's not the kind of scandal anyone had in the Winter Games thinking when apparently if you're doing those jumps with skis and those major ski jumps in Olympics, there is something in you wearing those tight-ass Lycra suits. There is something that allegedly, but I mean, when you watch BBC and they do a news story on this with the accent and all, and they try and break it down with a whiteboard, it was hilarious. But basically, people, and we've talked about this on this show, where you can inject your dick with hyaluronic acid to plump it up and make it look thicker. And so apparently, the bigger the package is, it helps you elevate your lift off, if you will. I'm using terms that I don't know what I'm talking about.
Centrifugal force?
Yeah, into and get a better lift off and maybe win the Olympics. And
from having a big penis.
Yeah, so the because you've injected it, right?
Oh.
And so the controversy is that I will throw in one more thing and then we'll discuss, is Grindr. Grindr's been under fire, $500 per month for the new Edge feature that gets you an AI wingman. And what? Somebody said it in a chat, just hire a dating coach or somebody to...
Yeah, what is it called? What are they called? A matchmaker.
Just hire a matchmaker at that price. If we're really getting into that. Well,
or get a friend. How about that?
In this instance, there's a lot of things going on. And if you think about the Olympics, that they are pulling in people from all around the world, and not every country is known for celebrating our LGBTQ arena. And so what Grindr in this case, I think, is doing a really good thing. They have turned on Grindr, said they're celebrating the Winter Olympics and are supporting the Winter Olympics, and turned on Grindr, but it will only work within the parameters of the gay games, or the gay games, the Winter Olympics. I want it to be gay games.
I mean, it pretty much is already.
So in other words, if you and I were in Italy somewhere outside trying to hey, can we get an Olympian for tonight? No, it would be blocked. It would keep it within the camp.
What?
And I think I think it's keeping their safety.
It is.
And there was another story that we were going to do today of the police, and in general, people are luring our community for really awful acts. And without getting into too much of that, I do think this is a good Grindr feature that they're keeping. Hey, these are for real sexually active athletes that maybe want to talk, flirt, or more within the confines of a safety network while they're at the games. You got to blow off some steam somehow. But with all of that, we go back to the original topic at hand. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so I'm definitely trying to blow off some Olympians and their steam. So that makes me a little bit sad and disappointed that they're not available to the general consensus as far as the Olympic Village is concerned, where they are. And they're in Italy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so. But, I mean, I get that it's for their safety. So I completely get it, and I applaud it. Thank you. As far as the other topic, what is the other topic again?
I know there was a lot there.
I get distracted.
The other topic was, remember back in the day when certain Olympians were accused of using steroids to compete?
Oh.
And this isn't that, but it's just to give you a kind of a reference point. In this case, allegedly, some skiers that do that huge jump, those amazing jumps, are using hyaluronic acid to pump their dicks up to make them more thicker, but the weight of that is helping them propel to get a better jump, if you will. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Diego, off camera.
No, it's like you make it bigger this far and they can fly a little more.
Oh, yeah.
So
And
it's making their dick bigger, which is pushing the pants that they wear, the tight pants, and ultimately propelling them to, because the whole thing about when you do these major jumps, I love that I'm talking like a sportscaster here, a lame one, is that you're judged on how far you can go. And we were watching, you and I were watching the speed,
the
skiers, and I was like, oh my God, look at them. And
so fast.
And then they didn't even do that well, some of them, and yet it's like a really tough sport.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm okay with that. And I remember now why I got so distracted, because all you kept talking about was thick cock. And
Right.
I was just like, wait, what's the topic again? Because all I can see in my brain is thick cock. So yeah, I think it's fine. I think that anybody can do this, so why not have that advantage across the board? So, yeah, I think it's fabulous. Yeah, keep getting your cocks thicker and thicker, guys.
Yeah, and as of
It'll
now,
propel you into the stratosphere.
Just to give you a little update, it is alleged, and how would you even prove this, right? Because are you pulling every dick down? And even if you did look at a thick cock, I would love to be on that end of it.
I want to
But
judge.
if you look at the rules of, so if we go back in the day when certain athletes were taking steroids to advance their performance, steroids is one of the drugs that, of course, is not allowed and banned. And right now, hyaluronic acid for your penis is not in the rule code. So even if they were able to prove this, now what the Olympic Committee is saying is they're making it so that you have to wear like really the tightest of the tightest to keep it. But that's only going to pronounce some of these.
My brain. I
I
can't
know.
see
Either
anything
way,
but the cock in those.
I mean, the Olympics these days is giving us. Remember the pole vaulter in the Summer Games, and that meme that went around. It was mind blowing.
I think I'm going to remember him tonight again.
Yeah. And then we just talked about
Gus Kenworthy.
Gus Kenworthy,
Yeah, love
and
her.
I mean, when the games are giving us more than from when we were a child, and I'm here for it.
It's a whole new perspective.
It's a whole new perspective.
A whole new world, as Aladdin would say.
Absolutely.
So I'm here for it. I'm here for the Olympics. Let's go. I want to see all the things. There's some thick cock in those tight pants.
Lastly, we just want to give a little bit of advice, and this one came that I think some of us can relate to at times. They wrote, "I cringe every time I see my reflection. How do I stop comparing myself to someone I'm not? I get stuck in my head," they wrote, about not feeling attractive enough. I can be having a perfectly good day, then catch my reflection. And in a bathroom mirror, a dark window, my phone camera, and suddenly I'm off. I start thinking I should be hotter, fitter, have better hair, or just look more put together than I do. And once that spiral starts, it's hard to not fixate to everything I think is wrong with me. It feels like the standards are especially brutal in gay culture. I go to a lot of clubs and music festivals, and I'll be standing there watching the crowd surrounded by guys who seem effortlessly attractive, white, muscular, confident, shirtless, not thinking twice about it. I'm not that type. I never really have been, but part of me wants to be so badly to be like them. I know this sounds shallow, but it really gets me, especially in gay spaces. I'll pull back, stop dancing, get quieter, or just assume people are already judging me before anyone's even giving me a second look. And while he didn't really specify the age that he's in, I think a lot of us with social media in general, you can go down a deep spiral where I have in the past, where if you start looking at pictures, and I was just watching this thing recently that somebody is actually fighting in with Congress because there are no restrictions. You know, every time Meta is gone into to talk about like protecting us, there have been no protections on, and
Really?
It's really the algorithm that is when you go on any of these social media platforms. You know this, when you start looking for something, you'll start getting things, and all the people that you decide to follow, you don't see any of their posts, but you see what the algorithm, whatever you search for, will start popping up. And if it's fitness or if it's a certain body type, those will start coming. And I remember back in the day, now I kind of get ahead of the algorithm, and so I won't put in things because I don't want it to, I'll do a separate channel for that. But I remember seeing like body types, and it's just like on and on with like these buff bodies, and it's like, oh wow, I don't look like that anymore. I want to look like that. And it can play with your mind. So I could see where somebody would go down this path. What do you say to that? And if they were looking for advice?
Yeah, I think a lot of gay men are plagued with this. I know I personally am, and it's really surprised me that you are on the same wavelength, because like, I don't know, I look at you and I see a fit person that has a beautiful body, and you know,
I did. So just to clarify, I did go down this dark path for a while, and even you're right, but you're right, when I was working out, and
yeah. And I think that I have a great body too. People have told me so, but I still am I'm a victim of something like this because it is something that is so prevalent. I feel like I don't think that anybody is really exempt from this. I think that the more you are searching and striving for this thing, then the easier it is for it to slip through your fingers. I feel like this person, I want to know what they look like, honestly. I kind of want to see them. And I know that my opinion doesn't help skew what their view of themselves is, but I feel like that's the only you can structure your self-image and positively. I feel like you have to do the work inside of yourself in order for you to become more secure within yourself. I know that I've been striving to do the work as far as becoming secure and more confident in how I look. So it's something that's dual. There's a duality to this. The more you work on your outside, the more you have to work on your inside. So yeah, that's what I want to say to him.
I would echo that, and I would say that feel free to take a break from social media. And that was one of the things that I did when I found I was comparing myself, and I also learned what I was saying before is the algorithm will only pull up things. If you start looking up a certain type of person or body, it will continue that. So your feed starts. So get ahead of the curve and know that currently, at least, although they may be working on this, you will be seeing things that you're starting to look for. So don't let that get a hold of you. Control the narrative of what your social media presents to you. And then ultimately, if you take that break, which is what I did, then now I see certain things, and I don't have any like hot bodies coming on my social media because I don't look up at that anymore because I know the algorithm is going to point that out. And I know if I really want that, I can go to porn and I can do it on a different set of things.
Yeah, no, I hear that. And I agree with you 100%. So my feed is all fat booties because I have...
Yeah, and if you want that, great.
I have curated my feed to show me fat booties. And I know, like, I don't have the fattest booty, but I'm not comparing my booty to other guys' booty. I just like to see fat booties. So, yeah, DM me.
Well, on that fat booty moment, oh my gosh, we love doing this show.
Always.
And we thank you. Keep the conversation going on our Tags Patreon community. Go to patreon.com/Tags podcast. Cody and I are live this Wednesday, as we always are, every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. The link is on our social media or on tagspodcast.com, as well as our Patreon community. You can always follow our co-host. Follow Lincoln. He's got his Protein Bakery. Follow it at Protein Bakery, or his personal account at Mad Lincoln. Follow Cody. He's got a brand new EP out, which you should all be downloading. Come on, algorithm.
Hello.
It's called Thing of Beauty. You can get it wherever you get your music, and follow at Cody Maurice. Cody Maurice. Follow him on Blue Sky and at Instagram at Mr. Maurice.
That's me.
Follow me on the gram at @IM_Steve V. And in the meantime, continue having hot gay sex.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.